The feather boards are dedicated foiling board, so you can use them for different sports, mainly winging, and then the smaller ones for kiting, but also for surf foiling. The one that really crosses over is the 35 liter, where you can be kite foiling with it, surf foiling with it, and winging with it if you're good enough. So that's a great combo if you want to have one board to travel. A key element of the feather boards is that they're designed to be very short. So we try to put as much volume as we can per feet of length. And the beauty of that thing is that it really reduces the amount of swing weight you get out of the board. So you have a board that's going to turn really easily once you're up on foil because there's very limited weight in front of you. The other thing that reduces the amount of swing weight on the board is that we moved this year the position of the foil further forward, so you're more centered onto the board. So even if you're on like the bigger board, like for example the 112 or the 132, you're still quite close to the nose. So the board turns like a board that would be 30 or 40 liters smaller. The deck on the board is concave where you're standing. The concave, there are two advantages. First one is it's super comfy on your feet, but secondly, you end up having a shape that's similar to the one of a boat, which means you actually have more flotation than you would for the same amount of volume because you displace more water with a concave deck because the rails are actually higher. And then the nose of the board is convex. The reason for the convex nose is, first of all, it allows, if there's any water on your deck, it allows to not stand in the front of the board, which where you don't want extra weight, but also because the boards are so short, it adds more volume and more flotation in the front of the board. So when you're going very slow, either on your knees on the board or just even standing and going slow, then the board is more stable lengthwise. And so that makes the board easier to ride and to get going. The other third advantage is that in terms of aerodynamics, when the wind is blowing on the nose of the board, then it goes around the board better, and so you have less pressure from the wind to push the board down. So it really makes a board that has just less drag in the air. The bottom of the board has that triple concave. The triple concave has multiple advantages. First one is when you're going very slow, it helps the board to track better and go forward rather than just sliding downwind. So you have more grip onto the water. Secondly, when you do a touchdown, potentially, it disperses the impact from that touchdown better, so you have less of a violent impact, so you have more chance of actually saving that touchdown because you don't get stopped instantly. And then the rails are beveled really round and nice, and the same idea is like if you do a touchdown, the board does not change direction and you can keep on going even though you did touch the water. So this is a very forgiving bottom shape. The channels on the side of the mast are actually going all the way to the back of the board, so you have perfect water flow. So the boards are really getting on foil as fast as possible. The feather boards are full carbon construction. We have a PVC sandwich on the deck and also PVC stringers for where the foil tracks are. And the PVC, connecting the two PVC together allows for really that structure to be super strong. And then the foam is just here for the volume. So the EPS core is a lightweight EPS, and you have a board that stays light while being super strong at the same time thanks to the whole carbon and PVC construction. The feather comes in a 17 liter, 35 liter, 52 liter, 72 liter, 88, 112 and 132 liters, with the 35 liter really being a crossover where you can do kite, wake, surf and winging, and the others are more dedicated. 17 is more dedicated to kiting and the bigger ones are all more dedicated to winging. The feather board being short and compact like they are, they're super maneuverable, and you'll be amazed once you're up on foil how easy they are to turn. So I know you're gonna love them.